Well, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 124 of Impact Makers. And a little gap between this one and the last one, but it's because of an exciting time for us, Dustin. Right? We got a new batch of green belts ready to go out into the wild and start using the DMAIC process improvement methodology. I mean, we really have a lot of fun, teaching that class. And it was a great group of students, and so we're excited to see the projects that they have coming up. And one of the things that is great about it is it brings both you and I back to the fundamentals, right?
It does.
And it's football's getting ready to go. Everybody's at camp. They start with the fundamentals too, right? We're big sports nuts, so
Yeah.
fundamentals. And we were reminded of something, and it's something that we ask all our green belts to make sure that they understand before they move forward, because we don't want to look silly. Because one of the big things when it comes to process improvement and utilizing lean is improving the wrong part of a process and or investing in the wrong part of the process. So Dustin, why don't you get up on your soapbox for a second and just kind of bring everybody up to speed with those fundamentals, and give everybody, make sure everybody's empowered with that adage.
Yeah, and obviously we can't do it justice in a couple minutes here on a short podcast, but we obviously go into more depth with our trainings and with our clients and so forth. But two fundamental principles that, and we decided to do this topic today because it is becoming bad in CPA firms how many leaders and partners do not understand these two things, and they're fundamental. It's business 101. Number one, you better identify the constraints within your firm and in your various processes. You're only as fast as your slowest process step. That's number one, principle number one. You have to understand that. You're only going to get done what your bottlenecks can get done in your firm. So leads us to principle number two. One of the worst things you can do is invest resources in non-bottleneck areas of the firm. Invest in places that are not the constraints that are holding you back from growth, from progress, etc. And so as a lot of firms are chasing shiny objects right now, are those shiny objects relieving a constraint someplace in your processes? If not, what are you doing? You need to attack the constraint. I mean, this is business 101.
Yep.
It's so fundamental. And what it means for CPA firms today, a lot of the technology investment and where the resources are going are in non-constraint areas of a firm. And so what that means is you better have a plan for retraining, upskilling, redeploying, whatever the buzzword is you want to use, the people at those levels to be at a higher level.
Yep.
If you're not doing that, you're not going to see the benefit. You're not going to see the ROI on your AI investments. If you're not also doing that, one of the worst things a business can do is invest resources in a non-bottleneck step.
Yeah, and so just to be crystal clear, we're not saying, don't look at what technology can do. Technology can be a driver.
Absolutely.
But what we are saying is, if that technology is to do something faster, is it doing a constraint? Is it alleviating a constraint? Or is it doing something else faster? If it's the something else, you need to have a plan to redeploy those resources to the bottleneck.
Yep.
Otherwise, you just hurried up and created a bigger mess to the mess you already had.
Exactly.